everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. In this video, we're going to be talking about this team right here, the Divine Team, and how awesome of a team that they are. We're going to go ahead and take them into Brawl and show you how well they punch up. We did have some fun with this team in stream, so if you haven't seen that, check the latest stream out as well. But first, before we jump into this, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. Just a quick reminder, all the links to my social media are in the description below, so definitely check that out. We do stream this game every Saturday. Link to my Twitch is in the description below as well. The Divine Team. All right, this is a fun team to play. So this is kind of the graphic that they have up. Just a couple things to point out here. We now have Henry Horse, which completes this team. As you can see, it's an offensive team. I have played around with this team in a defensive mode in both Brawl and Arena, and it just doesn't work out well at all. And also, if you didn't notice up there on the top right-hand corner, when you revive one of these tunes, they keep all their buffs, which is pretty good as well. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to jump into Brawl. We're going to talk about the team a little bit and how well they work together, and I'm going to point some things out for each one of these characters. So we'll talk about their kits and everything as we're running through Brawl. So one thing I have been able to do, I have been able to punch up about 30k with where my team is right now. Punching up 40k is a little tough, so we'll go ahead. We're just going to go ahead and look for somebody. Let's go with this team here, 78k team. My team currently is at 55k. Everybody is maxed out at level 69. Everybody is at least tune-up level 30 or higher. So let's go ahead and jump into battle. Now this team here, you don't care if somebody dies early or not, because every single member of this team can revive another member. And some of these members, oh my gosh, some of these tunes have some fantastic revive mechanics. So once you hit revive, something happens, right? So right now, so for this guy right here, mainly the main thing, especially when you're fighting a stronger team, I just keep him with buffing. I really don't need him for healing. I will do the healing every now and then, which is this, when I can't buff, but it's very minor healing. So I do this to buff right off the bat. So let's do that. Now for this team here, let's see. Let's just go after these guys here. I typically will go with this one right here. Does damage to the target enemy and damage to enemy with the lowest defense. Boom. It hit him. I think it hits him twice. I haven't really done the math behind that to see if it does hit him twice, but since it only hits him once, you see that sarcophagus come up once. I'm assuming it hits him twice. I don't know. Okay, so we've got Henry down. He's done. Let's bring him back up. Boom. All right, so now let's go ahead and get Taunt up. We're going to go ahead and do some more buffing. And then since I don't need to buff again, I am going to do some healing here. Just help out a little bit. It really doesn't do much. His attack here, Henry Horus, look at this. He gets 100% lifesteal, which is fantastic. I like this as well, too. So when a Divine team member revives, it deals 125% damage to all enemies. And if it's this tune, grant taunt to the enemy with the highest attack, which is why we have Marvin there with the taunt. So let's go ahead, hit Marvin. We're going to do this again, too. Boom. Should take out. There we go. And we're just going to go after her. We'll get her taken care of. Let's go ahead and buff up. So this does what? 480 damage. This does 459. Plus you get plus 50 piercing. I think that's why they took piercing away. We're going to go ahead and do this too. I like doing this. Boom. Let's sacrifice. Do some nice damage. But we do need to bring her back so that we can get 3 stars. And look at that, brought her back, and as soon as I did, boom, took care of the final opponent. So this team does very well together. It very much survives on the revive mechanic. As you're reviving tunes, you are getting bonus attack. You are getting additional damage done to all enemies or a single enemy. There's just a lot going on with this team. Let's go ahead and do it again. I'm not going to go in the 90s. I know that if I go up into the 90s, then I don't make it. So if you haven't seen my latest stream, I'll go ahead and link it up right over here. But in there, I did lose to a 92K team, but I did win to a 93K team, which was just nuts. It was crazy to watch that. But let's go ahead. Let's look for an 80K team if we can find one. There's an 83. Let's go ahead and take that team. Let's see what we can do with that. Now, just to kind of run through some of these kits as we're running through each one of them. So we have this here. While the student is in battle, all team members have 33% chance to reduce a cooldown by 1. So it allows us to move a little bit quicker with some of these attacks that take a little bit longer, or a revive. And whenever a team member revives, grant it 4 speed up for the rest of battle. If it's divine, inflict all enemies with 4 speed down. So that is huge for Hermes with this team. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead buff. A couple things to point out for Anubis here. So he's got this leader ability, right? So the first time each divine ally is defeated, gain 100% turn meter. Boom, because that allows you to bring a tune back right away. So that's good. And this one right here, once per each team member's turn, whenever they are healed, grant them 3 attack up. So that helps as well. Let's go ahead. We're going to hit this. Looks like Horus. Nope, look at this. I like this. I think we've already covered his. So right here, whenever a divine team member revives, you're going to do damage to all enemies. If it's this guy, then you're going to give taunt to the enemy with the highest attack. But we also have this here. While this tune is in battle, your team has plus 5% attack for each divine team member. So you're already doing some additional damage. So this team is hard to take out as an offensive team. As a defensive team, it's horrible. It's a horrible team. The AI does not know how to play this team very well, which is also why on that graphic you see that it's highlighted that this team is an offensive team. I love this. We got 100% lifesteal. Watch this. Boom. I like that. Let's go ahead and get that taunt up. Oh, I didn't look at her abilities. We'll take a look at her abilities next time around. Let's see. We got taunt up, so let's do that. Get a little bit of a heal. So with that heal again, you get the attack up. We'll bring her back. Boom, you do the damage to the team there. Let's go ahead and buff up. I don't need to do anything with healing there, so let's just do damage. Let's buff up again. There we go. Now, with her, just a couple things to point out. We do have this right here. So while this tune's in battle, the first time an ally is healed per each of its turn, grant it piercing. So you get that. Also, if it's divine, you remove a stat up from all enemies, which is nice. And then this one here, to just point out, at the start of this tune's turn, you heal your team for 393 health. So every time you get this tune coming up for their turn, you do some healing there. So everybody's got a little bit of healing. Even Anubis, I believe. So we'll take a look at that here in a minute. Let's go ahead and get that taunt back up. We'll do some healing to get some attack ups. So Anubis here, his healing's right here. So you're going to deal damage to target enemy, healing the team member with the highest attack for 10% max health. Well, let's do some healing, get that attack up going. And there we go. There we go. This is a great team. It is a very strong team, and I've been really going all in on this team ever since we first heard about them. Let's go ahead and grab this. I'm actually going to keep this crate. So if you're at a point in the game where you're looking for a really good team, you definitely want to put into this team. I have no issues at all putting all of my resources into this team because that's pretty much what I've done. I've used a lot of gems. I've used golden tickets. I've used a lot of my gold to get everybody maxed out and get them up to tune-up 30 and start working up beyond tune-up 30. It's very much a worthwhile team. Not for a defensive team. You don't want to use them for brawl defense, war defense, or arena defense, but very good for an offensive team. So keep that in mind. Very interested in your thoughts on this team now that we have the team out and they are a full team now, so we get to see the full benefits of this team. 3 of them are Summit, 1 of them are Space. Let me know your thoughts. I'd really be interested in hearing from you. Also, some of these tunes actually do really well in other teams also, so I'm kind of curious what other teams you could put these tunes in. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. The Divine team, they are fantastic. I knew it from the start. I was hoping I wasn't overhyping it, but I don't think I did. This team is absolutely awesome. All right, everybody, as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.